Hello everyone, welcome back to Florida here in Jacksonville, the headquarters for the Gamecocks. They are excited for tomorrow's game today, filling up here down at the Beach Pavilion. Plenty of Gamecock fans excited. They've been here at the bar all afternoon long. They got a pep rally coming up and they've been letting us hear how excited they are. Here with Hollywood Raven herself, South Carolina sophomore guard Raven Johnson. Raven, you've talked about this redemption tour so many times now. This last year, when you look back on it, how physically and mentally exhausting but also rewarding now to get back here?
I'm very excited.
We got Zaya Cook walking over right here.
How you doing?
Good, Zaya. How about you?
Doing well. I'm feeling good. We're going to the national championship. Hey, I'm blessed. I'm happy.
UConn right now, it is Iowa up 4. If you were South Carolina, which one would you want to go against?
We got to go Iowa. We need to have that rematch. You know?
You got a score prediction if it was Iowa, if they were playing them in the national championship
I
game?
don't even got a score prediction. I just know South Carolina getting a dub. That's all I can tell you.
Awesome. Thanks, Zaya. Appreciate the time. Claire, awesome getting to talk to Zaya. It's going to be a fun couple days ahead as we look forward to the championship game.
Hey, live TV, you never know what's going to happen.
We get our own personal tea time with Tessa. Tessa, spill the tea. How does it feel to win a national championship just as a freshman?
It feels amazing.
South Carolina's all-time great players.
Yeah, Dal, it's hard not to describe Camilla as really the senior leader of this South Carolina women's basketball team. She's been the star from the start of the season, and the fans all the way here down Main Street are going to get a treat when she sticks around for the parade before going to that WNBA draft.
With Kentucky head coach John Calipari, what insight can you give us on what he had to say after tonight's disappointing loss from the Kentucky perspective?
Yeah, Matt, Calipari's Wildcats put in a unique position this season they don't find themselves in often, sitting on this bench a lot of this game, heads down in frustration. Meanwhile, the legendary head coach himself was much more standing up, yelling at the refs, yelling at his team, yelling at anything he could, as an offense that leads the nation in points per game had at 91 points was held to nowhere near that. They were held to just 4 3-pointers out here at the arc by South Carolina's defense and 6 missed layups under the rim. Head coach Calipari praising South Carolina's physicality as a huge part of preventing that offense from doing what it's done to pretty much everyone else. Beating Kentucky, but getting to storm the court here after Dow. And some of the more interesting objects found out here on the court after the rubble of what happened. We had a clothing tag that was ripped clean off the clothes it was supposed to be on. One of my favorites, a dirty shoe left behind from the madness. Someone's out there walking outside of CLA with just one shoe on. And how about this? A whole chair from the students trying to storm completely just broken with nails sticking out now as they were tumbling over everything they could to get out here on Colonial Life Arena and celebrate something they haven't gotten to celebrate in quite a while. Dal, it was a really cool scene here and a big win for South Carolina men's basketball.
Vereen, do we need to start a lost and found of all those things you got?
Yeah, I've got these two things. I even found a Laffy Taffy here that is unwrapped. So if you want, I can bring this back to you. And I don't know what the joke is under the wrapper, but we'll save that as a surprise.
I'm good on the Laffy Taffy. What size are the shoes? Maybe more.
Let's see. No, I can. It will not surprise you to hear that the shoes are smudged and I can't tell you the size. These things are worn well beyond repair.
Too much fun at the CLA.
How do you judge Michi's camera work right there?
It's pretty bad. I got a question for him. Talon Cooper, you know, we were to get past these 2 games, you'll be going back to Detroit, playing against your own town. Have you had a chance to think about that at all?
Yeah, most definitely.
Joined here by the 6th head coach in Carolina Panthers history and the infinitely taller than me, Frank Reich. Coach, you were the first quarterback for the Panthers. How cool is it to come full circle and be able to come back here and lead the program again? Matt Vereen here with sports live from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, where the Carolina Panthers today introduced their newest player, new to the team, but not new to the Carolinas. It's probably a good thing that the win over Tennessee marked the final home game for South Carolina football, because there aren't any hedges here anymore to don the field. As South Carolina upsets number 5 in what is probably one of the greatest upsets in program history, and certainly the most dominant one. Laura Carter has played golf for 66 years now, and she's got the documents to prove it.
40 years ago.
And despite all the changes to the game,
Green fees, $1.50. Can you imagine?
she's still carving up the course at 96 years old.
From the time I started it, I loved it.
And while a hole-in-one 60 years ago ranks high in her life accomplishments, serving in World War II stands out above the rest.
I was aviation machinist mate 3rd class.
In the Navy?
Yes,
How long did you serve?
about 2.5 years. When the war ended, I got out.
Carter was lucky enough to return from the war without major physical or mental struggle. But not all veterans are as lucky.
It messes with people every day, and there's no getting rid of it. How do you cure a memory of shooting somebody, killing them, and then pull their family's picture out of their pocket? How do you cure that?
Veterans like Carter suffer a common problem rejoining society after service, but each one found a similar place to conquer that, right here on the tee box.
I've never seen an angry face out on the golf course. Everybody's laughing, having a good time.
It's all part of PGA Hope, a program that invites veterans onto the course once a week for exercise, fun, and most importantly, socialization.
You're with your own, and you understand each other, so that's the important thing, and no issues with that, and I love it.
But important programs like this one don't come free. On July 20th, Rivercut Golf Course is hosting a tournament to raise funds in hopes of reaching even more veterans than the dozens already involved.
If you Google PGA Hope/Reach, you'll see that there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 programs across the nation. That's a drop in a bucket, what it should be.
And with more funding would come more help and hopefully more Laura Carters.
I'm bowling, forget it, no golf.
In Springfield, Matt Vereen, Ozarks First. Here in the shadow of South Carolina Soccer's Stone Stadium lies House of Peace Cemetery. It's the origin for the pitch's graveyard nickname. The house of the South Carolina women's soccer team were SEC champs this year and headed to the NCAA tournament second round for the 11th time. But this cemetery also the origin for another nickname, a group that lies just on the other side of those trees that you've probably seen and definitely heard if you've ever been to a women's game here.
I love it. We just both give to each other. You know, they always tell us after every game how much we mean, and we come out here, play for 90 minutes because they're running for 90 minutes, supporting them.
Oh, it's almost an own goal. We have a chant for that. I don't care. I love it.
Honestly, it's such a unique experience because nobody else has anything like that.
I love the graveyard shift. They've been amazing. I still remember the day they came up to me, gave me a drumstick, and said, "Hey, we want to come out and support."
The Graveyard Shift, as the supporter section calls itself, has been bringing the noise to Stone Stadium since 2016 when noisemaker rules got revamped, adding some sound and color to the other side of the pitch.
The flags represent players that we have that are international players, people that are capped internationally, some that are just representing people's family history, and so they're just, you know, kind of to say like, thank you for being here. We appreciate where you came from.
And plenty of different backgrounds converged on the fence line for the chance to get loud 6 years ago.
So that year, as part of the promotion for season tickets, they gave out a vuvuzela. So we started standing over here and just like blowing on the vuvuzela because it's like, well, we have these horns, like we're gonna use them.
I came over here and asked if I could be part of it. And they were so nice to accept me, and we've seen a big turnover of personnel over the years.
People come, people go,
yeah,
but the graveyard remains the same, you know?
While the Graveyard Shift remains, the music has mutated from vuvuzelas to then trash cans.
We just had drumsticks in this trash can, and we would just... It has like good sound, you know, but it's not very loud. But this was the OG.
Now they've got their own drum line, though they don't claim any classical training.
No. Closest to musical that I did was choir.
None at all. I still don't.
Well, one guy, Justin, he did marching band in high school, but he played like a horn. When we first started, it sounded a lot worse than it does now.
But for them and for the team, it's not so much the beat, but the meaning behind it that fuels the sound. An up-tempo support of not just soccer, but women's soccer in particular.
It's everything. It's at the utmost importance to be out here, you know, because all these players are very outspoken in their beliefs.
Gosh, on 3, 1, 2, 3. I think as a woman, we've all kind of experienced some level of discrimination, even if it's very small. So I think it's really important to encourage women to just be successful in anything. And I think definitely on a team sport level, it's fun to just watch that and how successful they are and so many different people supporting it.
We can count on them. They're here at every home game. They've been here at every home game since I've been here. So it's so unique. Like, they've come to our games and our games only. They've come to our SEC celebrations, our draw celebrations. When we won the SEC tournament, they were waiting here at 2 a.m. for us and to celebrate and bang their drums for us. They're amazing. They come to all of our tailgates, and we can't thank them enough because, like I said, they make our home environment what it actually is.
Women's soccer has grown so much, and to see people like that support us and love our players and what they do, and even show up on the road, it's amazing support.
From Stone Stadium, Matt Vereen, Watch Fox Sports.